Bluetooth in my ear, I don't need a ticket. Trying to find me a freak who really trying to kick it. I'm a Michael Vicker chick, dog, out good. I'm on Manchester rolling through Inglewood. Car cleans, rim big on blink. Little chick on the side saying do the damn thing. About 10 o'clock, saw some shit about to pop. Ain't talking police, but a bitch, I'm a cop. Fitted hat on with a mean little strut. $20 in my pocket, but I don't give a fuck. Niggas in the party lighting up the street. Oh, what we doing after this? Rome hit Rebo. What's going on? West of the 110 back again. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for the late start, man. It's a Monday starting off the week just like everybody else is. Hope you had a pretty good week. But like I say, man, today's topic, it's ghetto summer preparations. Everybody know what that means. It's getting hot. Today was hot in LA. You know what I'm saying? And it's about to get hotter. So we all know how that goes. You better be ready for people coming into town, for people coming out of town, going out of town. You know what I'm saying? Know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Know what's going on. Know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that glitter ain't gold. But I hope y'all had a pretty good weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? We coming up on Memorial Day weekend. A lot of stuff is going on, especially here in the city of Los Angeles. This started off for a lot of people who don't know. A lot of stuff that's happening locally, maybe in some of your areas. A lot of you people may see some of these buildings going up, some of these high-rise apartment complexes, wonder like, man, what's up with all these new buildings just coming up out of nowhere in the city? Well, they have to find somewhere to house a lot of these homeless people. And that's something you got to get ready for the summer. These neighborhoods, you prep for that for the summer. Some of these neighborhoods are about to see a very influx of people crowd into their neighborhoods. They have to house people, so you got to put them where space is available. And of course, a lot of people may see this in South Los Angeles. You have a lot of areas that still haven't developed up from when the riots started. And the riots was April 1992, so that wasn't yesterday. So you still have some buildings that are still damaged, lots vacant. They may be owned by the same owner, but nothing was rebuilt. So these lots are being purchased by these developers. And what they're doing is they're developing these studios like in South LA, 1-bedroom studios. And may I add, no parking. Can you believe that? They're putting some of the stuff up in some of these areas and they're not even creating any parking for some of these people. So people are going to have to deal with that on the streets, especially if you have a park in your area. If there's a park down the street from where you live at, there's going to be a lot of chaos going on over there. Trust me. Some areas that I know where people stay at, they're going through that right now. But again, let's see. Back to what we're talking about, ghetto summer preparations. One thing, people in LA, we all know the summer gets hot. We have a lot of gang activity still here in Los Angeles. And the gang activity is not seasoned to not exist. So it's still around. It's something you have to deal with. And in the summertime, it gets very active. Police get more active in the summertime because they see that a lot of people who are, are gang affiliated or just in the streets about that life, they out there getting into some wild shit. I know the heat make people aggravated for some reason. So that's something you got to prepare for, man. You got to watch your back, man. Even your homes. Just because we have a new legislation, we got some new politicians, we got a new DA in there. Gascon is out. The new DA we have, it seems like he's not taking no BS from a lot of these people. And he's throwing the book at some of these people, if you really look at them. So y'all going out there thinking about y'all making a quick buck, you better think twice, man, because it's not happening. You people that have priors, it's not happening right now. So y'all think before y'all go out there and make a mistake and end up in jail doing 10 to life. They're not playing. So that's something you gotta really prep for in the summer too. Also, the increase in policing, because a lot of the police come from the streets. Believe it or not. Some people may say all these that man. Some of them police come from the same areas and high schools y'all went to. So some of them think just like you. Believe it or not. That's something you got to keep in mind. But you have to stay prepared. Not even for that. We all know the 100 days, 100 night thing. That was real back in the day. That was very, very real back in the day in the streets of LA. And it seemed like every time summer come around, that tends to come back around also. That's something you got to stay vigilant about. Well, locally here in South LA, something you got to pay attention to. The weather. It's about to get hot, The heat advisory in effect, the temperature is about to soar across the region in Los Angeles. I think Orange County, experienced like a high 90s, part of the Inland Empire, the IE, they're gonna be like at 100. So, y'all stay hydrated, you know what I mean? Avoid those crazy activities, those strenuous activities during the peak heat hours, and check on your precious people, your vulnerable people, some of your older people, some of the people that can't do a lot of things for themselves, make sure they're all right. And some more local news here in California, something that may affect LA County, some budget tension that's still going on. That's something else you got to prep for summer. A lot of stuff is finna go up in the summer. So you got to be ready for that. The budget tension in LA is real, some news for you and some political developments. Governor Newsom, he denied Karen Bass' request for approximately $2 billion in funding to prevent layoffs and service cuts in Los Angeles, citing state budget crisis. So you know what that means? There's a lot of people that's about to be laid off in the city of Los Angeles. Again, for those who may be listening and didn't catch that, for LA, Governor Newsom denied Mayor Karen Bass's request for approximately $2 billion in funding to prevent layoffs and service cuts in Los Angeles, citing a state budget crisis. So if y'all know some city employees, county employees, y'all better check up on them because some of them might be out of work pretty soon. It's real. It's real out there. I worked for the city before, and it gets real. Some more news, the district attorney is Stanch, the newly elected DA. We were just talking about him, Nathan Hodgman, he pledged on a tougher approach to crime, he's really focusing on the legal immigration and cross-country activities. He criticized previous administration for policies and emphasized holding offenders fully accountable. So he's trying to make a stance and a change on that, which I think Governor Newsom himself has had a change of heart, because at first, if I'm not mistaken, Governor Newsom, he was for a lot of things that went on in California. For one, like funding medical for illegal immigrants here in California. But as of lately, he's taking a new stance on that to where he's taking that back. A lot of people speculate he might be trying to make his run for presidency. I don't know. Maybe you guys may think he'll make a good president. I don't know. Especially you Californians. I'm here in California. Governor Newsom, I will say this, California gives away too much money. Way too much money. So him as a president, I don't know as his mind frame will be set for that. But hey, who knows? Shit, we've had worse. You never know. Some local sports for y'all. A lot of y'all Dodger fans, you know what I'm saying? That's something you got to prep to for the summer. A lot of y'all going out, these are some ghetto summer preparations also, because a lot of the people who go to support these Dodger games here at Dodgers Stadium come from what we call the barrios and the hoods and the ghettos in LA, East LA, Lincoln Heights, Boyle Heights, people coming from Lancaster, San Fernando, all over to watch the Dodgers. So that's something you got to prep for in the summer also, that heat. It gets hot at Dodger Stadium, so but for you Dodger fans, I know y'all heard they released veteran player Chris Taylor, ending his tenure with the team. I know it wasn't easy, but hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, man. Tough decisions. That's just like in sports with Giannis Antetokounmpo. A lot of people trying to speculate, figuring out where he's going to go. Tell you the truth, me being a Celtic fan, I don't want him in Boston, but I think he'll fit in. He'll fit in Houston, maybe with the Lakers. I know it's been some speculations online saying that they're trying to acquire him, acquire Giannis to play with LeBron and Luka. Then you hear speculations of LeBron maybe trying to go back to Cleveland. So who knows what it is, man? We'll just play it by ear, and see what's going on, because it's a lot of money out there. A lot of these players making big money. Jason Tatum get better soon. Man, that's tough. I still can't believe he went down, but hey, that's sports for you, man. They pay these players so much money. I encourage every player out there on your own spare time to go ahead and take care of your body, because that's what makes you your money. So make sure that it's up to par. That's something that you got to do, man. Memorial Day is coming up. Be safe out there. But some other news here in California, man. Senate Bill 79 proposes easing zoning restrictions with half a mile of LA's light rail and subway stations aiming to increase housing density near transit hubs. So you know what that means. For example, um, you have the D line in LA. The D line is the purple line, if I'm not mistaken, the train line. And that runs through down Western to Normandy, Western, over in that area. That shut down for like 70 days. Thank you. That's shut down for about 70 days right now. But they're trying to add more housing around areas like, stops like MacArthur Park, the Westlake area, which I think that's going to be a development area. If I'm not mistaken, they're trying to add more stuff around Union Station. They've already developed, if I'm not mistaken, Hollywood and Western stop on the D line. They got apartment units up there already, so that's what they're talking about, aiming more at these housing developments around areas like that. Also, taking y'all farther east of the 110, or should I say, taking you east on the 10 freeway. They putting some affordable housing in Coachella Valley. Palm Springs is near completion of Aloe Palm Canyon, a new apartment complex. It's designed to, elevate the region's affordable housing shortage because it's really a lot of people living on the street, man. Believe it or not, you'd be surprised at how many people that you really work with or see every day. You might laugh and joke with them every day, not even knowing that it's something going on in their life, but they might be living on the street, living in a car. So really, man, pay attention to your surroundings. And if you're one of those people that know somebody could use help, you can see they need help, but you don't want to offer them help, then maybe something's wrong with you. But yeah. But some more news for y'all people here in LA, man, because I know LA, the traffic is crazy. Um, People want to stay in motion. They hate being stranded. Well, the kids hate me being on the radio, so they come and bother me. But um, some more news for y'all. Over at the LAX Metro Transit Center, that's scheduled to open June 6th, 2025. That's going to connect Metro Rail C and K lines, with LAX's automated people mover, enhancing airport accessibility. But you know what, though? They need that. LA is far behind. A lot of us, some of us who've on this show, we've worked at LAX before. And, the LAX people mover is much needed. It's a lot of, it's a lot of confusion around there. People don't realize LAX is a small airport built right by the water. So it's really no room to really move, or really no room to expand out. You know what I'm saying? So hey, they got to do what they got to do. But the D line extension, the purple line subway extensions on the track, with the first phase expected to open later this year, extended service westward from Koreatown. Because right now the furthest you can go is Koreatown. So yeah, that's good for the city of LA. We far behind on that with our transit. I mean, we got good transportation, but as far as getting everywhere, it hasn't really always been that good. It hasn't been all that good. But some more news too here in LA. This is something that we tend to have a problem with, with illegal dumping. This is something that come along not just in LA, also in LA County, like upper northern LA County, Antelope Valley, illegal dumping in the Antelope Valley. Authorities report a less escalating illegal dumping in the Antelope Valley Desert, leading to significant environment and health concerns. The efforts are underway to mitigate this issue, but what can be done about this? Not just there, but anywhere, because LA is like a dumping ground now. What's up, Don? Man, what you think about that?
About the illegal dumping.
Yeah, man. Good. But before that, man, how's everything going with you, man? What everything good?
Oh, everything's nice. Everything's nice. You know what I mean? Could be worse. You know what I'm saying? I could be on Trump's hit list.
Yeah, yeah. You right about that, man. But what do you think about that? So much about the illegal dumping and our transportation here in LA. Could it be better? Is it getting better? Is it worse?
You know what? I think they're trying to make it better simply because you got the Olympics coming in a couple years. You got the World Cup coming. You got the World Cup, and what else? What else you got coming? There's three main events coming: the World Cup, the Olympics, and something else. But you think about all those different things that's coming, so they're trying to get it up to speed as far as transportation is concerned. So we'll see if they get it. I'm pretty sure they can. That is something relatively manageable because you think about the money you got to spend, and you put all the cities together in LA, the surrounding cities, they got the transportation. You know what I mean? I mean, there's bus transportation in every city, so they unify everything. They shouldn't have no problem as far as transportation for
Yeah.
for those events.
Well, not to cut you off, they're talking about taking away some more lanes in Los Angeles, to add more bus lanes, like going up Vermont. Some areas they're
Yeah.
talking about taking a lane away. They already have like an express lane for certain buses, but this is supposed to be another kind of express lane for other express buses where no other cars or nothing can get in there. So, I mean, it's gonna make transportation better for people who use public transportation. But what about people who still take their car?
Well, it's called adjusting. You're gonna have to. You want me to tell you how they're gonna adjust country? By that $600 fine they're gonna get when they take a picture of their license plate in that bus lane. Once
Yeah,
people get adjusted to that, they're gonna know stay out of that and head on where you're gonna go.
yeah,
So it's not gonna. I don't think that the 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 new bus lanes put off in there. I don't think it's gonna really. It'll do traffic a little bit, but everybody know where to go. By the time them tickets get to coming out, everybody gonna know where to be. So all that in and out stuff and people trying to get here and get there and rush, they gonna get acclimated to it, and they're gonna be like, you know what, I ain't getting in that lane. You feel me?
yeah,
$600, I ain't getting in that lane. I
yeah,
don't care.
yeah. Those tickets add up, man. Hey, that's
You
just like a
know?
lot of people who don't want to pay their parking tickets. The little meter reader tickets for the street sweeping.
Yeah,
Hey, those
yeah,
shits add up. South LA and
yeah,
LA area, some of
yeah,
them go from 30 to $115.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they add up in any city here in
Yeah,
California. They add up anywhere, and basically those things are designed. I mean, because they're designed. Yeah, they say they cleaning up and street sweeping. You need the street sweeping, but I think they're going too far. As far as some of that money, and then when they get that money and say they get a nice bit of it, they're gonna allocate it somewhere else anyhow. They're not gonna do what they're supposed to do with that money. That's all extra money because they're gonna run the street sweeper no matter what. When you go around the car or whatever, they're still gonna keep that pushing. But the fines is extra. That's extra. So wherever
yeah,
they allocate that money, we won't know. And it's a lot of money,
yeah,
like you said.
yeah. It
Man,
is a lot of
you get
money.
those things,
It's a
you
whole
can you,
lot.
you can't get your car registered if you don't take care of that.
Fact, a lot.
You
Hey, I'm
know?
glad you said that. A lot of people don't know that. For those who didn't know that, for y'all who think y'all got that nice car that's been building up tickets, you know what I'm saying? So when it's time to register it, if you ain't paid off those little parking tickets, you cannot register the car. And some of those fines, if you got a $75 ticket and you ain't paid in a couple months, you might owe a couple hundred now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's up, Big LA?
What's the vibes? What's the vibes, fellas? I'm trying to wrap my mind around all the crazy shit that's going on. I came in on y'all talking about something. If y'all could y'all fill me in, please?
We're just talking about a lot of the stuff that's going on in LA. For one, when you came in, we was on the topic of illegal dumping in LA County. It's a problem up in the Lancaster, Palmdale, Antelope Valley area. It's also a problem in LA as far as the transportation, like the clutter from the illegal dumping. Then you got the clutter and the bunching of the people in the streets. Now that they're talking about taking another lane. Thank you. They're talking about taking another lane with Metro to add a bus lane down certain parts of Vermont. So what can people in the city do to be ready for this increase in traffic and more clutter and all this stuff?
I don't necessarily think it would be more clutter. I think they're trying to declutter by adding another route, and that would take some of the people off the street as far as walking, because without that route, a lot of people got to do a lot of walking in certain places. So I mean, it could be a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. This is California we talking about,
So a gift and a curse.
all at the same damn time.
Yeah, that is crazy. But you know what? I got to throw this in there real quick. I am a Texan fan. My quarterback CJ Stroud is expected to command a significant contract extension after the 2025 season, following Brock Purdy's recent 5-year, $265 million deal. Analysts project Stroud's next contract could range between 280 290 million, potentially making him one of the NFL's highest paid players. Stroud has led Texans to consecutive playoff appearances and is seen as the franchise cornerstone. Shout out to my boy CJ Stroud and the Texans. We're going to the Super Bowl this year.
And so, what do you think? You think Daniel's going to get a bigger contract than that? This team just the Super Bowl in their first year.
What Daniels? Jaden Daniels?
From Washington, yeah. From Washington.
They didn't go to no Super Bowl.
Washington did go to the Super Bowl. Didn't they?
Oh, that's right. Wait, no. Wait. It was Washington and the
Yeah,
Eagles?
they went. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. My bad. You're right. You're right.
Wait, you got me like, wait a minute. Did Washington go?
Yeah. I'm tripping. You're right. You're absolutely correct. I stand corrected. He was one game away. You're
Well,
right.
He was well, he went a little further than Stroud did his rookie year, because what Stroud took the Texans to the second round, lost to Baltimore. So
Yeah.
it seemed like the NFL is having higher expectations for these players coming out nowadays, especially at the quarterback level.
Yeah. Real talk. That's real talk.
But you know
No
what?
doubt about it.
On some local news for the LA people, the LA Ram drafts highlight the Rams have spotlighted linebacker Pooh Paul from Ole Miss in the 2025 draft class. They were showing his collegiate highlights, saying that he could be what the Rams need. Some people think Aaron Donald needs to come back.
Aaron Donald's coming back.
Some people think and feel he should come back.
Nah, he's cool. The way they treated him, I don't blame him for retiring.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. And it's like I said, they shady on a lot of that stuff because, I mean, think about it. They gave Cooper Kupp the MVP of that Super Bowl. And I'm not saying Cooper Kupp wasn't a decent receiver, and he did okay in the Super Bowl, but MVP, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, Donald did exactly what Reggie White did when they won the Super Bowl, and he became MVP of the Super Bowl. And he saved the game, just like Aaron Donald did. Because you saw that Super Bowl, they were going up and down, back and forth.
Yeah.
And Donald was putting heat on. So the very last series of the game, when they were trying to win, Aaron Donald stamped the stamp on there. He stamped the winning stamp, just like
Yeah,
Reggie did. He had two consecutive sacks to end the game. No going up and down the field no more. It stops here. The buck
yeah.
stops here. And they gave, well, they gave it. You know why they gave Cooper Cup the MVP? Now, if Aaron Donald would have been white, he'd have got it hands down.
So you think that's the reason?
Come on, man. Think about it. Think about it. Put when Aaron Donald on white skin and he gets two back-to-back sacks. He already had two during the game anyhow, but he gets two back-to-back sacks to end the game. And he got white skin. You don't think he would have got MVP?
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
real.
yeah. Huh?
Be real.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take away nothing from neither one of them. Cooper Cup did play good, but Aaron Donald did play great in that game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was the determining factor. Cooper Cup wasn't the determining factor. The determining factor was Donald. Because had Donald not performed and he had not got those sacks, they would have been doing like they did all day long. They would have went up there and scored because they wasn't able to stop them.
Yeah.
So,
Well, hey,
I mean, come on.
what do you think about that, Big LA? You think Donald should have got it over Cooper Cup?
Cooper Cup is overrated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cooper Cup is
Thank you.
overrated. He's not bad at what he do at all. But that's just like Shadir Sanders. You know what I'm saying?
You
All
think he
that hype,
overrated?
all that hype, all that pop, nigga. You ain't worth half of the money that they gave you, but you got it. And you see what they did. You see what they did to Sanders, son. Oh, okay. Oh, you think you the shit? Oh, okay. Well, your brother going over here for a fat ass check, and we gonna let you sit in the background till we feel like letting you get picked. That was
He gonna make him pay.
how NFL don't need him. How?
What quarterback is gonna outplay Shador in Cleveland and take the starting spot? It sure as hell ain't that other guy they drafted. It sure ain't Deshaun Watson. He probably getting rubbed on right now. It sure ain't gonna be Joe Flacco, who they signed for another year, because he gonna choke. So Shador is a man.
No, he not, bro. He's overrated. Cut the shit. You giving that boy? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That boy
Hey,
he gonna be just like Bronny James,
well,
and you see how
well,
that turned out.
well, they made the pros.
Oh,
You see how that
shit.
turned out.
That's one. Hey, one thing I don't think nobody could disagree. Y'all can disagree if you want to, but Shador and his brothers are catching heat because of their daddy. He talks shit and he went out there and Dion backed it up.
Okay, Dion popped his shit and he bagged it up. He also popped his shit over the heads of his sons, and his sons. Well, one of them, he was never a. I'ma say all this extra crazy shit type of person anyway. The one in Tampa Bay, quiet. He chilling. He
Yeah,
going to practices, doing his thing. Shador, that's baby Dion right there. That's little Dion right there. You ain't gonna tell him he not the best thing coming into the league. You ain't gonna tell him he ain't the number one quarterback coming out of the draft. Which, if you ask me, before he even got drafted by Tennessee, Cam Ward was is and will be a better quarterback.
I agree. Probably the only one in the draft that was better than Shador.
I'm not gonna fight you there. But Shador, okay, Shador coming into the NFL right now is like Bronny James going to the Lakers or Jimmy Butler going to Washington. I mean, to Golden State. All that hype, and I guarantee you, that boy not gonna take his team to the bowl game. It ain't gonna happen.
Shit, you
I
got
don't
some
give a.
cats who been in the league for 5, 6 years. They took their team to the big game. So what's that saying?
They don't pop as much shit as a nigga fresh out of college like him.
Well, I mean, as far as from a humanity standpoint, I don't knock these guys like LeBron for their sons being in the league and getting the hype that they're going to catch that hype because of who their parents were. Look at LeVar Ball. A lot of people tend to talk about the stuff that they do and the popping they do off at the mouth, but let's talk about the fact that they got all their kids into an establishment, a career, or in a position to prevail in life, and I give them kudos as a parent. Hey, they kids ain't out here smoking dope and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They out there, they made it to the pros. They talk a
I
lot.
give it that. I give it that.
You know, I look at it
And
like
I give you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
we
My bad.
we ain't sitting here criticizing Archie Manning. He did the same shit that
What are
all these
we?
other
What are
cats
what are
did.
what?
Yeah, he was quiet about it, but he did the same thing.
Hold on. No. Run that back. Say that one more time. He was what?
I said Archie Manning was quiet about it,
Okay.
but I mean,
There we
hey,
go. There we go. Right there.
no, but hey,
That's why.
you know why that is though? You know what? Systemically, they had to be because in that era, in order for you to get the big bucks, Dion had to be flashy. He had to let people know who he was. These other guys didn't have to do that because of like what did Don say? Because of what? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the brother
You
always got
could
to be
say that.
flashy. Hey, all
You
right,
could you could say
look at
that, but
Lawrence
that's just
Taylor.
like saying you could say
Lawrence
that, but
Taylor,
that's just like saying, okay, that's cool. Lawrence Taylor was one of the greats, and he went down as one of the greats.
and was he a quiet guy? He wasn't like no Dion, but he wasn't no quiet guy.
It's the programming. It's the programming.
What kind of programming?
White people get their money, they shut the fuck up.
You got a lot of black
They
people
they,
do it
they
too.
say hold on, they say a few things, but for the most part, they shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Niggas, oh, we program, we ain't never had nothing. So we gotta show our natural ass when we get something.
So do
And
you
then we
blame the
wonder
program or
why,
the person?
hold on, we wonder why we get treated in sports, entertainment, music the way we do.
I like to comment on that though. It ain't like you ain't got white folks that was talking shit too. Gaston all
Yeah,
talk more shit than any black person.
They
You
Chris
put
had
they
Bird
Joe
they,
talk
they
Lemon.
shit.
put
He
themselves
talked. Joe
they also
Lemon
put
talked a lot
themselves
of
in
the shit.
position. They also put themselves in a
Joe
position.
Lemon talked a lot of shit. So you had some white guys that talk shit.
That's
So let's not get
cool.
it twisted.
But
You've
when did
had
they talk?
some,
When
and
did
I
hold on,
go ahead.
because you automatically think that I'm just going at black people. Let's go ahead and dissect what you just said.
Yeah,
White people do it. When do white people do it?
in the game.
Once they get there, right?
Yeah, in the game. Yeah, yeah. You're right.
Oh,
You're right.
okay. We
All
get
right.
to popping shit as soon as we even hear that a motherfucker finna give us a call. We ain't got the call yet. We ain't signed the contract. We ain't solidified shit. But we're already popping shit. Hold on, like we got it already. And
No,
him popping his shit the way he did, like he was fucking Peyton Manning or goddamn quarterback over there
Eli.
in KC,
Eli.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
well, hey,
Before the ink was wet on the paper.
let me ask you this, Big LA, since you said that he was already popping like he made it. Let's do, if you Google it, I would love for somebody to Google that right now. How much money did Peyton and Eli make when they was in college compared to Shador? Shador became rich in college already. He made more money in college than some NFL players might make in their career that ain't no good player. So when you say he was already showboating because he already done put in work and got a big NIL contract.
True.
So
True.
I mean, when you say, oh, he already showboat like he made it, he didn't make it. Shit, he didn't have to go to the NFL. He's already rich.
True. Yeah. He had
That's just
already
like
made it.
he already made it. That's just like Travis Hunter. They said hell, he was gonna make more money in college, really, if he stayed than going to the pros or equivalent. So it's like, damn, do I do man, that's a tough decision. Do I stay here or do I go to the pros? Yeah, the pros gonna offer you more leeway and more fame and more exploration of the world and different stuff. But like I say, going back to what I said earlier, how much money did Peyton and Eli make in college compared to Shador? And you see
They,
the reason why he's talking shit.
yeah, they
That ain't
wasn't
the
paying him.
reason. No, no, we're not. No, that ain't the reason. Who is his daddy? That nigga came out the pussy into money.
Well, his daddy didn't have a pussy.
You got to pee. You right. You got to pee. You got to pee.
No, but and another thing, a lot of people too, they don't speak on the fact that his two boys are interracial kids. You know that.
What do that mean?
Just saying, the adversities of a kid that's already biracial coming up. Now you made it, so they go through a lot of stuff. Especially kids who are black and white, black and Hispanic. They don't tend to get accepted from their
Poor,
own.
poor Shador
This
Stevens
side of that
because he
side.
was poor Sanders because he was born into a rich family already who was very well blessed and didn't have to need or want for nothing. Oh Lord forbid, what is he gonna do?
Do you got something against
That boy went
Shador?
to private. He went to private school. You making it seem like the boy was outcasted. He was one of the flashiest things coming out of college.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, my whole thing I'm just saying is the only thing we know is what we see on TV from what they put out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at everything from all around. Look at what he went through in Colorado. They broke into his car, they robbed a man. Who do you think did that to him? They were stealing their jewelry. They was doing all kind of stuff. Even at Jackson State, these kids went through a whole lot, but like you got to remember too, they kids just like some of our kids. Would you want people messing with your kids and your kids got to go through it? I think they strong kids for keeping that attitude, especially Shador with the way the media talking about him. He's this, that, and that. Then they talking about his dad, but he keep a smile on his face and let him know, like, man, y'all can't phase me. And the thing that people doing is downing them. Like I don't down them, man. I may not like the way some decisions was made from them, but that ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I don't know what they went through and what they going through, but I'm just here to give them some hype. Be like, hey, man, I wish them the best. Like, I ain't finna be like media downing them and knocking these brothers down. That's what we trying to get out of right now.
I feel you on that.
Bashing,
I feel you on that.
bashing, and just keeping it honest of what we've seen. I believe those are two different things.
But see, that's a scapegoat. A lot of people use that and say, oh, well, I'm just stating my opinion. Yeah, that's just like me saying, oh, if that mother talk about for 30 minutes. Well, I'm not bashing him. That's just my opinion.
I'm not bashing them. I'm saying what's in the news. I'm saying what people are saying about this man and what I've noticed from what I've seen of the young man. Is he a good player? Yeah. Is he as good as what he's hyped up to be? I disagree. Do I
Well,
feel like the flashiness of the family he came from and the flashiness of himself, did that play a part in his disbursement into the NFL? Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, everybody
Does
thought
that say he's a
everybody
bad
thought Diddy.
person? No.
Yeah.
Does that
Well,
say he
that's
deserved to get
Diddy.
robbed? No, that's foul. I would never want. No, he's a young man who got blessed with a life he did not ask for.
But
He,
you see, you
he
see
didn't
what the
ask
you
to
see
be
what the
king.
media did though. You see what the media is doing. What they display. They display his negative actions. Then they display when something negative happens to him.
Oh well, the media ain't shit half time, most of the time. That's just my personal opinion. They ain't
Yeah, I
shit,
mean, yeah,
and they
I
try to
mean,
be.
that's just it's just wild though because I mean that's something we got to get ready for too. That's some a ghetto summer preparation, right there. Like We got to get ready for the heat. Everything, physical, mental, vocally, because there's a lot of shit that get talked, especially in the media in summertime. You got a lot of stuff coming up. Memorial Day weekend coming up. There's a lot of stuff in to go on. But like you say, like stuff like this, man. We about to see towards the end of the summer. Well, in the dog days of the summer, what Shador got, because the first NFL game, if I'm not mistaken, is August 1st, the Hall of Fame game.
Understandable. Understandable.
I wanna ask a question, both of you
I might
brothers.
have,
Go ahead.
I might
Go
know the
ahead.
answer.
Oh, what do you guys think about Stephen A. Smith, a guy who's shown in the past that, for all intents purposes, he's always demeaning black athletes? What do you think about that?
I feel like Stephen A. Smith was one of them kids that wanted to play the sport so bad and didn't have the physical skill to do so. So he became one of them nerds that got real smart, you know what I'm saying? Like almost Poindexter type, dig what I'm saying? And he probably didn't fit in his section, but now he has power, platform, money. So now people look at him like something. And he
Yeah,
has
but,
made
the
a
question
pretty
that I'm
good
asking
career.
is, why do you think that he's always
I'm answering
demeaning
your
black
question.
athletes?
I'm answering your question.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
I might not be wording it the way it would be preferred, but
Yeah, yeah,
I
go
feel
ahead.
like he
No,
got I feel like he got left out. You know what I mean? He got a chip on his shoulder about something.
yeah, yeah,
Because it takes a lot for him to have something good to say and not have something bad to say either before it or directly after it.
yeah, yeah.
Hell, he talk about his own damn home team. He talk about them bad.
Who that?
I want the Knicks. The Knicks.
Well, it's gonna be up to the refs also. The refs play. It's a lot of
Oh, the
influence
refs
going,
play a fat for
and they go with the veteran crews. And I mean, one of the refs that we know, Scott Foster, I think he might be refing some of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. We know the finals. So yeah, man, it's a lot that goes into that, man.
Well, I
What
watched, I watched, I watched Rasheed Wallace and another gentleman.
Rasheed. Rasheed was my, but man, his little stint in Boston. I don't care, man. Anybody that came through Boston and played, like I say, Kevin Garnett. No disrespect to Minnesota. All those years he played in Minnesota. Yeah, that Minnesota's a home to him. But I think, do you know KG is a Timberwolf or a Celtic?
Well, see, I'm old enough to say both.
Talking about
I'm
as of
old,
recently.
both. More self, probably. Well, like I said, no, because when I came in the basketball, that boy was playing. You know what I'm saying? Where he was playing.
Well, KG.
I think he was killing more in Minnesota.
Yeah, because he was younger. He was towards his prime.
Yeah,
He led that. That was his squad solely. That was KG was the man along with Troy Hudson. They called him the Laker Slayer because he would always give it to the Lakers. I think Latrell Sprewell played with him a little bit up there. The center, Irvin Johnson, not Irvin Magic Johnson, but the center,
yeah,
Irvin
yeah,
Johnson.
yeah, yeah.
They
Right,
had some
right.
teams up there, man. That whole region, Minnesota, even going down the road to Milwaukee with Ray Allen and Glenn Dog Robinson, and you know what I'm saying, that was a squad. No, I'll take that lie back. Irvin Johnson was on the Bucks with Ray Allen. He wasn't on Minnesota.
Damn, Ray Allen, that motherfucker. Damn, Ray Allen. Oh shit.
what 96? What did he come in the league? 95, 96 or something like that?
Okay. I appreciate that, P. I didn't know that little tidbit right there, right there.
Yeah, that was Shuttlesworth right there, man. Shit, Jesus Shuttlesworth, man. But on another note, man, while we in the ghetto summer preparations, something else that a lot of men got to prep for in this summer, a lot of promiscuous women, and a lot of men gotta prep for these women. A lot of women gotta prep for these men. You know what I'm saying? And it's that goes on in the summer here in LA. A lot of stuff going on. Big LA gets hot in the summer. When we say hot, we ain't always talking about the heat.
Oh, boy. Every year it's like a new form of 100 days and 100 nights in some type of weird ass form.
And ain't that crazy?
Yeah, it is. Like y'all literally wait till the summer to come show y'all ass.
It's sad, man. It's crazy and sad. Like even that type of stuff goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like why? Like what's the point of that? I mean, what do you think about that, Big LA?
Competition, programming of we have to be better than our peers, uh, territorial.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna say it. I don't give a damn who don't like it. The art of what y'all consider of what y'all was doing is dead.
yeah,
The art of what we do was doing in my day of doing it. That shit gone. All we got is stories and boy, I remember back in the day. That's cool.
yeah. That is cool.
How
That
many
is.
bills? How many bills did those old war stories pay? How many community centers did it open up? How many kids did your fucked up decisions keep away from the streets due to your positive speakings and teachings? I
Yeah,
I thought we were supposed to reach one, teach one. I'm seeing 55, 60-year-old niggas on the internet gang banging, but y'all mad at the direction of the world,
yeah.
or you mad at the direction of your city. Yeah, all right.
Hey, Mr. Charles said these ladies lazy. They just selling cat. What do you think about that?
They doing it in all forms. Look, hey, if she come in Netflix and chill with you for the weekend and you give her gas money and give her money for her light bill, you just bought some pussy. If you buy her kids something to eat and the babysitter pull up and y'all pull off, you just paid for some coochie.
Yeah,
Women don't get it fucked up. Y'all out here buying dick just as much as dick buying coochie.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
hey, when you let that nigga stay in your house and lay up on you and under you and in you, and all he do is give you that food stamp card, he just paid for some pussy and a roof over his head. And I said, hey Don, when I'm saying something wrong, go ahead and correct me, OG. When I'm saying something that
Oh,
ain't right, you know what I'm saying?
hey, what do you think about that, Big LA and Don? Mr. Charles said if you raise another man's baby, you're a simp.
If you man enough to take on the bullshit that come with raising another person's child when they're not in the home, I take my hat off to you. I
I, I,
still
I
got. I'm divorced, Mr. Charles, and I still got a bonus child. You dig what I'm saying? Them children didn't pick that, and whatever I went through with the woman, that ain't got shit to do with the child. So how am I a simp for stepping up and doing something that the next person either not able to do or chose not to do?
You know what?
Reach
I
one,
take
teach
my
one.
hat off.
It take a
I
village,
take my
Mr.
hat.
Law.
I take my hat off to a brother that does something like that. I was with my ex, my daughter's mom, 16 years, and I raised her son. with my daughter. But you know what? It takes a hell of a man to do it and not have problems. But you got to have a woman that's there with you on that. Because my daughter's mom wasn't, because when her son, I raised him up since he was 3 years old. He got older, 18, was going running amok. I put hands on him and she threatened to send me to jail saying I wasn't his dad. I treated him like I did my daughter all those years. Did everything for him. And it was a hurtful situation for me then, because I treated him like he was my son. But I got through that shit and I got ghosted away from there, never went back. But the funny thing about it is, with her dumb ass, she put
Yeah.
him out and he never went back home. He never
Mm.
was able to return home. And then she let that method destroy him when I had him in check. Shows you, bitch, do some stupid shit, loving her son, but not knowing that you loving him and trying to do the right thing for him. So,
Hey, Don. Mr. Charles said it's commendable, but why raise another man's baby? Baby, he basically got your woman's good and left you with his bills.
Hold on,
well,
Don.
like I
Hold
said,
on.
my
Hey, that's
daughter was
deep,
there.
Mr. Charles.
Like I said, my daughter was there. So, you know what? What do you want me to do? Abandon my daughter? Fuck that.
No,
Nah.
I know what I get what you saying, Don, and I figure I get what you saying too, Mr. Charles. You can comment and correct me if I'm wrong, but I know you said you're a military man from the last comments that you had, and you stay down south. I don't know if you from the south or just live there, but I know hospitality and a lot of morals is established in people down south. So I don't think you saying that people are stupid for doing it, but you're saying that people should. How do I say it? If you have your own kids, I'm just trying to figure out if this is what you mean, Mr. Charles. If you saying people should raise their own kids, why go through the hassle of raising some other man's kid if the other man's around or whatever? I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to figure out what you mean by it. But
If you're gonna be with a woman, then that means you accept every single thing that comes with her. Just like when a man that has kids gets a woman,
Yeah, that's true.
that means she gotta accept the baggage that come with him. So if you're there eating the food, drinking the juices, eating the fruit snacks, playing with the pussy, and if you already playing house, why the fuck you can't do what the fuck a responsible motherfucker would do?
True that.
See,
True.
everybody say that it's stupid to do that, but then wanna say on the other right behind that, if you accept the woman, you accept everything that she comes with. Okay,
yeah.
so if that's not for you, go find something that ain't got no kids or that have grown kids.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
Yeah.
putting a gun to your head and making you go get something that got kids. Now that's a you
Oh,
decision.
Mr. Charles wrote Big LA. He said, "No, sir, Big LA. I agree with HP. Are you Are you? I'm assuming you're talking to Big LA. He said, "I know, sir, Big LA. I agree with HP. Are you physically, mentally in a position to take care of yourself along with your kids and another man's kids?" I think that's a question he had to you, Big LA.
I've done it and I do it now today. I don't ask nobody for nothing. My kids need something, I figure it out and go get it done.
Hey, Mr. Charles, one day send us your email to the West of the 110 Facebook or something, man. If you want to hop on here and elaborate if you want to be on camera or not, or you could just hit us up and you can express yourself via message. And if you want us to say what you want to say without here, we'll let it be known. But just sending that invite. Go ahead, Big LA. My bad.
Now, oh no, you good? Yeah, Mr. Charles. Whenever you feel, this, this my this big bro platform, but pull up. I would love to have a conversation like this with you face to face. Well, camera to camera. um, all I'm saying is the people that sign up for that, they're already doing what they need to do for themselves. They're already mentally in a space of where they could do that, because you're not just taking on another child, you're taking on the mother or father of that child. If you're a woman, father. If you're a man, the woman. You're not just pulling up and grabbing the child, and at the same time, they got to accept yours. Now, if that ain't what it is, and that's not what it's gonna be, then yeah, part ways like the Red Sea. Get up out of there. But if you're maybe soon, Big LA, you're not ready. I'm not a Republican, but I agree with Trump and Malcolm X. I agree with Malcolm X too, and I don't have a bad thing to say about everything Trump has done.
That's
Maybe
a
you should
cold
actually
mix. He said Trump and
maybe
Malcolm X.
hold on, Pete. It is though, right? Maybe you should hop on the screen with me and actually have a full conversation with me and
Well, hey,
understand.
Big LA. I mean, I don't know what he is. He said he's a soldier. I don't, I don't know, but respectfully, respect. We thank you for your service, Mr. Charles. And that invite was respectfully as a soldier. You can come on
Off
this
the dribble,
platform
off
and
the dribble, respect. No, no, no shade or disrespect. I don't mean to be. We having a conversation as men. Again, like I say, and you say I'm not ready. Hey, the only way you'll find out is if you pull up and experience it firsthand. You've
hey,
only
hey,
been
Big
around, you've only been around for a couple shows, respectfully. So please do a little bit more research on me. Please don't judge me off the couple of shows that you've seen that I've been very educated and vocally in as well.
Well, I
And he
mean, I
said,
will say this. These are the few shows he commented on. I don't know if he hasn't been watching. You can't say that.
but
I,
did you say he was a Trump supporter country?
He said no.
yeah,
He said, wait, where the hell did it go? I'll put it back up. He said, maybe soon, Big LA. Maybe soon, Big LA. You're not ready. I'm not a Republican, but I agree with Trump and Malcolm.
for you to automatically assume that I'm talking to you as you're a Republican, you've already decreased your chances of the conversation going in your favor by 50% already.
No, no,
I'm
no,
talking.
no. I get what you mean, Big LA. And trust me, I've heard somebody say this before. I know exactly what he mean. Like basically, he's saying like I'm not with that normal nigga talk. Basically, excuse my language, but I'm pretty sure that's what he meant without saying it. I'll say it. That's what he
Okay,
probably
well,
meant.
what's the normal nigga talk? We having an intelligent conversation. If I'm not saying something that you feel I should be saying in the way that you feel it should be said, then that's what makes us different. That's what gives us personality.
But it's simply speculation if he didn't elaborate on exactly what he was saying when he was
Right.
saying, I'm not a Republican. Had he elaborated on it, then we can be direct and say, okay, we're going to say something about that. But he didn't elaborate.
Right.
That makes all the difference in the world. Now, if he come in there talking about, yeah, Trump this, Trump that, I got something to say to him too. You know, I'll be like, motherfucker, how you going to love a motherfucker that hate you? I'm bold about that myself. I look at brothers, I be like I said, brother in the gym I was with, the motherfucker's old too, and he's telling me how great the man is. I'm like, motherfucker, he don't even like niggas. He done
Hey,
told you.
hey Don. He said I guess he's saying he's going on 60. Yeah, I remember he saying that for the last show. I'm saying from listening to y'all show, Don Big in Los Angeles. Oh, he basically saying that from listening to past shows, he know that you and Big LA are Democrats.
Uh-huh. So what they
You
got to
know,
do? What they got to do with Trump? Obviously, he a Trumpy. Talk about he ain't a. We Democrats. He must be a Trumpian. I'm
hold
not
on,
a Trumpian. But
hold on. Let's really talk about it because you saying we Democrats. I don't support people that don't support my people. Do your research on real Democrats. I don't support people that don't support my people. I don't go against people that don't support that. I don't go against people that try to support my people or have at least a better way to try to connect with my people. That's why I said I don't have all bad things to say about Trump. That don't make me a Democrat. And to be completely honest, the true definition of Democrats and Republicans, those are parties. What we do is we give our opinion on what these parties should do. We are nowhere near in the political standings to call ourselves real Democrats or real Republicans. We're not out here dealing with nothing. We just make a vote of what they claim makes a difference. When if you do your research, it's really like about 17 motherfuckers in one room that make a decision. But that's another conversation for another day. Democrats have been against our people for a long time in different many ways that I could literally
Yeah,
pull up and show.
yeah.
So why would I be with somebody that's against our people?
He got a question for you, Big LA.
What do that have to do with the standards of the conversation?
From what he just said, he basically saying like I've been watching the shows. Am I right?
He said that. I give him that. Okay. We appreciate you for watching the show. But please don't try to select what my political party is based off of the things I say. A lot of the things I say is for my people. They all, our people always say we want somebody that speaks reality and says it how it is. And then when a person does that, they get labelized, they get categorized. But these are the things that people say they want. These are the things we say we want, right, Mr. Charles?
I think Mr. Charles probably, no disrespect, Mr. Charles, but I know what's going on down south. 10 o'clock at night, you watching this, you probably didn't have a little moonshine. I don't know, but
On my soul, yeah, like but he probably did, and I don't knock you for it. I've had some bullshit in my lifetime
the
before
good
as
old
well.
fucking moonshine, probably. Yeah. Hey, look, he said, "Hell yeah."
Okay, look, Mr. Charles. Now that you said that, okay, maybe, okay, you say we Democrats. To be honest, I don't agree with shit that Biden did. I don't agree with 95% of the shit Kamala Harris said. She didn't accept our people until it was beneficial for her to accept our people. And even then, she only had one of us on the stage with her. But do your research on Republicans and how long Republicans been rocking with us. Long time. People hate the Bushes. Can't stand them. They closer to our people than they are to their own people. You support Trump, why? Because he yelled "Make America Great Again," or is it for some of the actual programs he's actually signed for on the back end of all the bullshit that we see on TV? You got to remember the news only publicate the bullshit. You got to dig deep and do your research to find the real shit and what's really going on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
easy to put It's easy to put blinds up to a person with sunglasses on and tell them to look out the motherfuckers without touching them, and then tell them what's on the other side of it, and then they just believe that. But nah, I like taking sunglasses off and I like looking right through the window. I want to see what's outside. Republicans, even though I don't like all the shit they do, they try to let a motherfucker look outside, and I respect that.
well, hey, let me ask y'all this question. Getting off the political subject real quick, even though that's a part of your ghetto summer preparations, because I mean, a lot of the stuff that's gonna get hit with us during the summer, which is hot. People don't realize that little small fan that you put in the window that was produced overseas. It might not come over here this year because of the tariff. So that's something you got to get ready for this summer. You know what I'm saying? Not throwing no at Mr.
Buy
Charles. But just
direct.
saying,
Buy direct.
some you gotta do what you gotta do. But even in this, I ain't gonna hold everybody on here too long, but I did wanna get into this. A part of your ghetto summer preparations is relationship issues, especially if you're in a relationship, looking to get in a relationship, dealing with somebody during the summer, especially women going through their menstrual during the summer. That's something you have to prepare for, men. Not saying like it's a bad thing, but just saying like you already know during the summer a lot of stuff is heightened, especially attitudes for men and women. So a lot of you men for the summer, be ready for your wife, woman, girlfriend, or woman you looking to deal with during the summer, because it's going to be a hot summer in LA, and that's something you have to deal with. And I say that too, even the attitudes of women who may not even think that, who may think y'all together, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? I think my buddy Don know what I'm talking about. You got women claiming and stuff like that. How y'all feel about shit like that, man? Delusional women. How y'all prepared for shit like that?
People put themselves in the positions that they put themselves in to either gain a lesson or to try it out and see what it's like. And I done seen more shit than a lot of people in life, even people older than me. So please hear me and take my advice when I say stick to yourself. Rock with who rock with you. That's how you avoid the weird shit. Just because they smile and laugh in your face, I don't mean nothing. Stay woke.
No, I agree with that. Don't go pulling your pistol out the holster, shooting it around town, because you might choose somewhere that you'll regret for the rest of your life. Not only that, that last shot you shot might be your last,
Yeah.
depending
Yep.
on who
You
you with.
hey, you right
Depending
about
on
that.
who you with.
You,
Depending on who you with.
Boy, for sure be your
hey,
last.
I posted some shit. I posted some shit on my social media about the. I want to speak about this real quick. The rise in HIV rate and stuff that's going on in Houston right now, man. Man, it's real right now, man. I had posted a picture of a guy on my social media, man. This dude had like, cats who get ringworms around their head. This dude had that around his mouth, tongue, face, and everything, man. Like it's going down in Houston. Y'all be safe. I ain't even saying wrap it up because it's stuff that condoms
Yeah,
aren't
skin to
catching. You know what I'm
skin.
saying?
Skin to skin.
Yeah. Keep it in your
Yeah.
pants.
Yeah. Well, you get one girl, keep her, and you all right. You know what I mean? But you get around here, and putting your dick on the crap table, it's inevitable. You're gonna
Out
crap
here,
out one time.
out here playing
Hey,
roulette with your man parts.
hey,
Crazy.
not even just that, just the fact that you got people who may be out of their mind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like mental illness is real, so a lot of people think mental illness means somebody gonna come at you where it's noticeable, where you may see something. No, you may have
Yeah,
people that look perfect normal. You know what I'm saying? Especially a lot
yeah,
of you men who are single, messing with women. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
some of these women may get attached to you, you're a good man, and that's where you have problems. And in the summer those are heightened. You got to be ready because people out in the summer.
But
You know what I'm
like you
saying?
said though,
But
you like we know guys that work for the airline, worked with us. You know guys that go out there and that you know without a doubt, unequivocally those guys go out there and put their dick on the dice table. They get in that
well,
line.
yeah.
And we know some guys that came back here with the heebie-jeebies.
I mean, hey,
And
these are allegations,
All right.
but uh, a lot
false
of
allegation, false
well,
allegation.
hey, a lot of people know, especially a lot of people who worked at airlines before. Because I mean, it's not a secret. I encourage anybody, especially some of you guys who got kids getting out of high school. Man, I'm glad you brought that up. a lot of you men and women who got kids getting out of high school, who don't plan on going to college, who gonna graduate maybe 18, tell them to go get a job at the airline, a major airline, because mom and dad will be able to fly free because they work there, and you can travel all for your baby. So, and they can do this part time. So if they don't know what they want to do, Delta.com, Southwest, United, American, Envoy, these companies, you go apply, tell your kids to apply to 18 years old, get them some experience, even part time, 4 hours a day, 4 days, 3 days a week, y'all fly free. You know what I'm saying? Just something to put in their ear. But back to what you were saying, a lot of the people who've been there for years, they've been going flying to these different countries, all this other stuff, like Bangkok, Thailand. A lot of y'all know what goes on in Bangkok. One night in Bangkok might change your life for the bad. Um, and a lot of these people that we know go to these places. What was it, Bangkok, the Philippines? You know what I'm saying?
Thailand.
They Vietnam. They go to these places like that, and I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I'm gonna be real. Whatever floats your boat, I don't judge nobody. Whatever your sex preference is, that's you. You live your life how you want to. That's your business. But don't hide it. If you're going over there to do what you want to do, don't come back saying you're not, because what's in the dark gonna come to the light. But with that being said, you also
What'd you
gotta
say?
watch out for, huh?
What'd you say? He said they come back and girls are like, "What? You got a little spot on your sweatpants? What?"
Hey, look, it's 2025. Goddamn it. You see a spot on my pants, all I'm gonna do is tell you she didn't clean up as well as I thought she did. Look,
uh
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey.
hey
Hey,
hey.
hey, not a puss spot.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no, no,
hell
no.
no. Oh, hell
You know,
no. What type of shit you be going through over there, Don? What
I'm
the?
talking about other people. We talking about people
Sir.
returning. People returning from overseas.
Oh, yeah, no, don't touch me. Don't touch me. And don't fuck up and be my old lady and you didn't have to go out of the country. But yeah, don't touch me. Don't touch
Yeah, yeah.
keep
No,
keep
no, no,
your
no,
ass
no.
in that quarantine building. You know what I'm saying? For that time they told you to stay there. Hell no, I'm not coming to see you. Fuck you, go give it to me and the kids. No, stay away from us. Good buddy. All right, all I'm saying.
And we know guys that did come back, and let's just say they had an itch.
I don't know, bro.
oh,
I don't think I can go. I don't think I can go out the country for real. It's too
no.
much going on. Motherfuckers got too much going on with their body, their mouth, they. Yeah, no, I can't do it. I can't.
Hey,
But just like he just said though, they got it going on here too. Look at the South. Look at all that damn HIV out there and all them other diseases. Like you
yeah,
say, like
yeah,
my daughter was saying, she's like, "Dad, you mess with those girls. Some of them, you touch them skin to skin, and you got they got you. They got you.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
it.
gotta
That's all.
you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful out
yeah.
there.
Hey, Don in Big LA, especially. I'm glad Deacon said that. Especially if Deacon, speaking of being careful, you got to be careful who you give your number to and who you hook up with, especially at church and stuff like that, because some people get attached. Don know what I'm talking about. I mean,
Fast.
and I want y'all to listen to this real quick.
Saved message. Hey, bitch, let me tell you something. Don is my motherfucking man, and you better not call him no motherfucking more. You understand? Don't call him. Don't text him. Don't say a motherfucking word to him, you fat bitch. Because let me tell you something, and this is on the real. This ain't no Barbie and Shirley type shit, bitch. I don't play that shit. That's my man. We've been together, and I'm not gonna fucking let him go. So you can stop calling him. You can stop texting, because he don't want your fat ass bitch. Let me tell you something. Don't do it no more, because, bitch, I don't play. I will gut you like a motherfucking fish. Play with me if you don't. Let me tell you something. I will hunt your fat ass down. Do you understand me? And this is not, and I'm gonna repeat this is not a fucking threat. It's a promise, bitch. I'm like I said, I don't play. So if you think you want to play, you better find you a motherfucking toy. So I'm giving you a warning. Don't call his motherfucking phone no more. He's mine, and I ain't gonna let him go. This ain't that Barbara Shirley type of shit, bitch. I'm coming to you like the bitch that's gonna hunt your fucking ass down. You got that? Fat bitch. To replay this message,
She doesn't even recognize that fucking voice.
What
Oh
the
shit!
hell? Hey, you gotta. Hey, that's something you gotta prep for in the summer. These delusional motherfuckers that's calling up to the man. who-
Hey, that's
OG,
why you got
OG, D, what you got going on, good buddy?
got to be more careful.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah.
oh shit! Damn.
Got to
hey,
be more
hey, you
careful.
got, you got Mr. Charles rolling over there, man.
Ain't no Barbara Shirley type of shit.
Hey man, Mr. Charles said one more time, please. oh man.
Funny shit. Funny shit.
Oh man. That's some shit you
And
gotta
that
watch
and
for, man.
that's why you always keep your pistol in your holster. So things like that won't happen. Exactly. I don't care
Exactly.
how nice. I don't care how nice the lady got. I don't care what kind of body she got. You can always run into a psychopath. Yeah.
yeah, man.
That's
But like, oh shit,
that's when
man.
I
Hey,
that's when I used to drink.
Hey man, who grandma you done pissed off, bro?
She wasn't a grandma.
Well, okay. Who? Oh, watch this, Pete. Okay, who great auntie did you piss off, man? That's somebody
Oh,
great auntie with no kids who thought you might have been able to give her one, and she caught your ass slipping. What we talking about?
yeah. Well, you're right. She's like 52 or something, but she was,
Oh shit! Oh
she,
shit! Oh
she's
shit! He wasn't lying. This nigga really got an age.
oh,
Oh shit! I thought this was some shit he just came up with. He said, "Nah, it's for real." She like 52. Yeah.
she was, kind of crazy. I mean, alcohol and pretty women make guys do funny things sometimes, and you live, you learn.
Mr. Charles said he been tickling her beehole.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Okay, I'm,
no,
I'm gonna
no,
say it flat out. Hey, Don Charles said you be eating ass on the weekend.
no, 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 never that, never that. I don't eat no ass, never, never.
Okay,
That,
hold on,
that,
Pete. Hold on, Pete. Nope, nope, nope. He left it open. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. You know you
uh,
made some coochie. You made some
oh
coochie,
shit.
right? You made some coochie, right?
you know what? I've never
No,
eaten no
no, no,
ass.
no, no, no.
I've never eaten no ass. Never eaten no ass.
Yeah,
That
all
ain't
right.
my
Don't give a
thing.
damn what you say. Don't give a damn what you say. It done been one of them drunk nights where you ran your tongue across that motherfucker once or twice. You just don't
Never,
remember. Too much bumpy
never,
face.
never,
Hey, hey,
never.
hey. Honey P
Hey, hey,
told me about the
people.
time he tried to talk you down from drinking bumpy face, and you drunk a whole gallon that night. Man, look,
Bumpy
he
face.
told.
What the hell? No,
I
no,
know
no.
that's
He
a
know I
name
don't.
on
He
my
know I don't really. He know I don't really drink like that anyhow. But
In your younger days, this wasn't nothing recent. This small
hey,
shit.
hey, 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 in his younger days, I wasn't born.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
Y'all older niggas ain't shit when it comes to these jokes. Y'all just want to just what what. Can we get back to the old school days where a joke was a joke? It was a little it was a little
Hey, hey,
fabricated. That's what
hey,
made it. That's
hey,
what made it a
hey,
joke.
hey,
Because
hey,
it
big LA,
90%
put it
wasn't
back in your
real.
pants, man, and put it back in your pants and stop exciting yourself.
Yeah, I was just trying to get a point about people holstering their pistols. That's the only point I was trying to get across because this is the wild wild west, and
Don't do that. Don't do
motherfuckers, this is the wild wild west, and motherfuckers shooting their
that.
pistols off. You know that. You know that, big
Yeah,
LA. You done
I only
shot a
got
couple
three. I only
pistols
got. Hey,
off.
look. I only got
You know.
three. I got a couple kids. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, you shit. Hey, and they all got the same. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be shooting up on the clubs. You know what I'm talking about?
The big LA say, shit, I got a machine gun, nigga.
I'm gonna say, big LA,
That would still insinuate I'm shooting up the club.
hey, big LA, hey, big LA, Mr. Charles got a comment for you.
You got two of them at your house right now. You don't remember how much you paid to get them there, but they there. You don't go on somewhere, Mr. Charles. Now I was gonna be nice, Mr. Charles, but we can get to these jokes, Mr. Charles. Mr. Hey, Mr. Hey, little baby, come home with me and I'll change your life. I swear. I swear.
Oh shit.
Mr. Charles, you look like you sell empty bottles of Cavazier outside the strip club during daytime hours. What we talking about? Man, listen. Last I checked, boy, look. Blade watches. He came messing with me. I wasn't messing with him. He came for me. So now I got to fire his ass up in the most respectful way possible. You understand me? Now, now I just got a question, Mr. Charles. Did you get a discount when you bought the mother and daughter combo, or did they still charge you full price?
Hey, big LA, Mr. Charles on your head tonight. That's crazy. He said he purchasing that love.
Don't amp him up like that. I just fired him up for the last. Don't do that.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
hey,
That's
hey,
so funny.
look.
Shit.
Hey, they say I think he is.
Blade Watcher, please don't let the anime picture fool you. I ain't got to. I ain't got to pay.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Oh man. Hey, hey
Funny
man.
shit.
Hey, look, man, we've been over here on here for about an hour and 25 minutes, man. I know it's Monday, man. Uh got a lot of stuff to get going, man. Some more some more people to connect with, you know what I'm saying, through the week. Like I say, the show don't stop when this button go off. It goes on through the week for people who not realizing the work we put in. Real talk, no BS, you know what I'm saying? Late hour show, Roosevelt show, West of the 110. All man, we got man, I can't even remember how many shows it is, but it's so much work we putting in through the week. But anybody that want to be a part, just hit us up on the social medias. You know what I'm saying? But before we get up out of here, man, we're gonna go around this panel real quick, man. Again, appreciate you brothers for stopping in. A lot of other people want to join in, but like I said, it's Monday. A lot of stuff goes on. Shout out to Russ down there in Houston, Cool Daddy Milo down there, Port Arthur, Texas. You know my boy Rose, Yogi, uh, Big LA, Don, my boy Joe. He calls himself the real Deacon Joe Murray. Um, you
hey,
know,
Mr. Charles, go ahead and tell everybody that you know what I'm saying. You Honey P uncle, you know what I'm saying. It's cool.
I'm
It's
100.
cool.
I don't even know who the hell that dude is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mean no harm, Mr.
And
Charles. I don't even
once
know
you
who
would
that
say you
dude is.
don't know who he is, why would you admit it? It would be diabolical for you to do that.
No, tell you the truth. I wish I did really. Hey, hit me up, Mr. Charles. I wish I did really know who he was because he seemed like he seemed like he talk a lot of shit. Tell you the truth.
He do. He do. He done drunk some of that liquid lightning in a bottle, you know what I'm saying? Now his old ass feel youthful again, you know, he wanna crack a color, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man. Hey, go ahead, Big LA. Why don't you go ahead and get the people that 1-2.
Uh worry about self. Shit. Worry about you and the rest of the shit will fall in place the way it needs to. You only got one life, man. Don't waste it dealing with bullshit or energy that don't make sense. In the means and in between, we gotta let fuck with you. Like, share, sub up, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell someone I'll do it again. Hey, west side of the 110.
Hey, go ahead, Donnie Don, man. Why don't you go ahead and get the people some news they can use, man, and tell them to stay away from people who may leave messages like that on your church voicemail.
Yeah. There's some crazy people out there, But you know what I'm saying. Everybody need to look out for your neighbors, look out for everybody, man. Because you know what, I have a thing about people harming people, especially youngsters, and I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Yeah, I know it's dangerous out there, and you just got to be ready for that danger, And I'm not gonna lie, if I see somebody doing something to somebody's kid, people need to look out for them because around me they're gonna get what they asked for. They ain't gonna like it. So try to look out for people, kids. Naturally, look out for your own. Look out for your peeps, and everybody just stay there and stay healthy, stay alive, and try to prosper. Whatever you do for yourself, try to prosper. And you know what? It don't hurt to give somebody something every now and then. People don't like to give. They say people beg, all this other stuff. But sometimes you're gonna walk away. You're gonna walk down the street, and you're gonna see somebody, and believe me, it's gonna touch you. It's gonna touch you. And I remember I was driving down Lakewood E, and I'm on the opposite side of the street. I see this homeless person, man, laying on the sidewalk in the middle of the sidewalk. And I passed him by. When I passed him by, he didn't have a shirt on. And I looked at his backside, and you could count every bone in his spinal cord protruding through his back. And that just really kind of touched me, you know. I ain't gonna lie, I did a U-turn, went back over there, and I ain't gonna lie, I gave him a dub. That's something I usually don't do. And I was like, I hope this dude takes this. He got up and he went right to the store, bought him some meat, something to eat. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, dude is lucky he's alive. It was just that devastating. And I'm not the type of person that's be sympathetic for people that don't want to take care of themselves. But that got me, So you never know, who might be looking, might be an angel. You don't know. Might be sent to help you or to touch your soul, So don't have empathy for other people,
Yeah,
'cause you never know. You will never know. True talk.
yeah, that's real. That's some real stuff, man. You're right, man. You never know who that is. That's out there asking for that dollar or that $2 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we came to you again. Remember, our stories matter, our voices matter, and our future is ours to shape. Keep questioning, keep building, and keep showing up for one another. You know what I'm saying? We here for one another. We gotta be here for one another. So if you don't take nothing from this, just take some positive. Some brothers sitting around having some conversation, talking it out. talking about what's going on instead of bringing chaos and turmoil into the world. You know what I'm saying? So, until next time, y'all stay grounded, stay unapologetic, stay black. Real talk don't end. It just take a break. I appreciate you brothers for coming through. But I'll catch y'all next week. We'll be here next week. Sunday West Warrior interviews, 9:30 in the morning. Monday live. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back.
When I first moved from Oregon to South Central Los Angeles, this is the moment I knew I was on the west side of the 110.
Always something to LA.
One 10 to the 105, over to the 10 to the 405, LA, boy, we get it in. 110 to the 105, over to the 10 to the 405, LA, boy, we get it in. 110 to the 105, over to the 10 to the 405, LA, boy, we get it in. 110 to the 105, over to the 10 to the 405, LA.